Hello, welcome to the third lesson of the functions unit. Today we're going to be writing equations to model linear functions given a table. So let's first review what a function is. Hopefully you learned that for something to be a function, for every input there can only be one output. So I notice here that for 0, I know I'm going to get a 0. But for 2, I sometimes get a 3 and sometimes I get a 5. So that would mean that no, it is not a function because the input of 2 has 2 outputs. Or you could say for the 2, when x is 2, we don't know what y is. For our next example, this time we're telling you this is a function. Describe the rule and complete the last pair. So I'm trying to find a pattern here. So again, I notice that for my input, my output is b. Or for the next one, it is S. For the next one, it is O. And what is the same in all cases? It's always that second letter of the sequence. So my output is the second letter of the input. The output is the second letter of the input sequence. So for here, for the last one then, my second letter is A. All right, moving on then. How can I find the slope of a linear function? So we are going to write equations, but I need you to remember how to find that slope. And the slope is the y change over the x change. The y change over the x change. So you have done this many times, finding that slope. So here, what's happening to y? Here I went up 18, I went up 27 for 4. And I went up 9 for 1. And I went up 9 for 1. And I'm going to go back because I can't count. I went up 3. I went up 27 for 3, and then I went up 9 for 1 and 9 for 1. So in all cases, 27 over 3, 9 over 1, it all equals 9 over 1. So my slope is 9. So writing a function is the same as writing an equation. It's just different vocabulary. So the above table shows the amount of money Lucas made as a function of the hours worked. Write a function that describes the total amount earned, y, as a linear function of the number of hours. So what he made was he was making $9 per hour. And then if you worked backwards, remember our y-intercept is always what x is when x is 0. So if I went down 1 and down 9, my y-intercept would be 0, so I don't have to have anything there. Using the function, so now we need to use this function, in other words, the equation. It's the same thing as writing an equation. So now we wrote our function. Use that to determine how much money Lucas would make after working 11 hours. Well, x is the number of hours. So now I'm just going to use my function or my equation and put in the number of hours, which is 11. So after 11 hours, Lucas would make $99. All right. B had a starting bonus of $30 and makes the same amount as Lucas. Write an adjusted linear function. Well, Lucas didn't have that starting bonus. He just had his $9 an hour. B, though, starts at $30 for the signing bonus and then adds to that $9 for every hour. That could have also been written is 9x plus 30. She makes $9 an hour, but then you have to add to it that $30. All right, next problem. This table shows the number of bracelets Abby can make as a function of time. So how many bracelets can she make as a function of time? We're supposed to assume a constant rate. So write a function, and again, that function just means the equation that describes the total number of bracelets made as a function of the minutes. So we have to find two things when we are writing a function or an equation. We have to find the slope and the y-intercept, just like every other time we've written one of these. So our slope, what's happening to y? It's going up 2 for every 4. It's going up 5 for every 10. And it is going up 8 for 16. And for all of those, the y change over the x change turns out to be 1/2. So once we simplify, it's 1/2. So I know that I'm going to have y equals 1/2 x something. So then we have to go backwards. If we go back 5, if we go back 10, so what plus 10? 0 plus 10 gets me to my 10. I would have to go up 5. So it's 0, 0. So therefore, my equation is just y equals 1/2 x. So now we're going to use that equation or the function to determine how many bracelets can be made in a class period, 52 minutes. So y equals 1/2 times 52. So we can make 26 bracelets. Gracie is also making bracelets, but she started with 10 that she made at home. She is making the bracelets at the same rate. So we know that she is making them at y equals 1/2 x. She can make half a bracelet for every minute. And she started with 10. So now, how many minutes would it take her to make 50 bracelets? So the bracelets is the y. So 50 equals 1/2 x plus 10. And then you solve that simple equation. So this whole lesson is just a review for you because we spent so much time in previous units writing equations. The solving equations unit, the first function. So here, it was 1/2 x. So we have to divide by 1/2 because it's multiplied. Dividing by 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2. So it would take her 80 minutes to make 50 bracelets.